I saw the article um, on Eyewitness with the issue with the roads in Calico, and then I actually, well, you know, I was in Calico. I when I was there on Saturday, I saw this, like, I call it a
Mm-hmm.
mountain. I say, what's going on here? I was asking the boys, like, what's going on there? They said they don't know what's going on here, and I was shocked because I'm like, what? It's like a bridge. I was thinking,
Mm-hmm.
I thought they're building some kind of bridge because it's so high, and I'm thinking, how are residents going to go up and down? I don't know. I guess they're going to build stairs, but I mean, I just find it so unfair to the residents of Calico. And shouldn't they have been notified, as the article said, when consulted with or anything? Should they have, you know, and just before Christmas, they're like, bam, this is what we're going to do. Um, and they just started with this heavy road work. And I find it was so unfair to the residents of Calico. And I think the residents of Calico need to protest because what is actually happening, I don't understand. It makes no sense. I mean, Gray, what Gray said before, I am sure he knows that he's making a lot of sense. What they're doing, how is this going to solve the problem? And it's going to be worse for the homeowners in Calico. I mean, did the representative Kamala Gonzalez, did he come there and see what's really going on? Because to me it's scary for the if I was a
Mm-hmm.
homeowner there, I would be scared because I really don't know what's happening. I'm not an expert in that area, but to me, from an onlooker, from a layperson in this area, it's like it doesn't make any sense to me. And we the people in Calico, we need to talk. We need to make some noise because I don't know what's happening. How much money did you say? 2 point something million being spent right there in Calico, and
Well, he
it's
said
not.
he's
I mean,
spending 2 point something million in East St. George because
in East St.
remember they
George,
have nothing has been done since the last election, so they need a lot of money in order to beef up that area.
but this is it. This is craziness because I'm not saying that it's not a good thing what they're
Mm.
doing, but I find that they have so many areas, so many other
Okay.
roads, or rather, no roads in a lot of areas where persons have to drive or walk that needed more immediate attention that they have totally neglected and this rush now to do this mess as far as I call it a mess. The poor residents, some of them who have, how are these people with wheelchairs
Gonna
who are
make
in
it.
their homes? How are they going to get in and out?
You
I
know,
mean, we need to explain to the residents.
we'll have to, as I say, it's a issue, and we'll have to revisit it. And as time go by, we'll see exactly how the development goes in terms of the road. So we'll have another look at it because I say it's an issue that will take some discussion. I
Yes,
also
it's a
have
serious.
with us MP Bramble, so
Okay,
mm,
all
you
right.
I think he's hearing you though.
I'm going to take my leave now
Okay.
and allow him to speak. But before I leave, I'm calling the residents. I'm calling on the caretaker to come out and protest because we just can't just roll over and play dead all the time. We got to do something. This is our country. This is our tongue. Telco is our tongue. Let's make some noise. Have a great day. All the best, MP Bramble. Take care. Bye, bud.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Okay, so callers, let me say
Your
good
program.
morning to MP Bramble, but I said to the callers, I have the MP, so I can't say FITZ at this time. I
Why
have
you
the
can't say
MP with
fit?
us because when I come back, we're gonna be FITZ. But right now, I do the formality. I have the MP with us, so I must take him. I know you want to call. I'm gonna put the call on hold, but I must take the MP. I can't have him in the background just waiting. So, call, I'm gonna take it and put you on hold. Okay, the call is gone. Good morning, MP Bramble. Fitz, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, but thanks for having me, man. My Lopi housemate. Boy,
Oh, good house, man. Good house.
you see how the sports thing heated up.
Hey, I don't get a couple of calls, So next year, all you notice, we can't make high school and the ladies make us look
We
like
you know we have a Lopi house chat group, eh? Kaba started it, so you might have get involved
And
in
leave
that.
me out?
But this way I talk to Kaba.
Nah, man, I pass in Cabot Street next time I see him.
Anyhow, good
Yes.
morning to all the listeners, all the viewers, all the lovely people of the constituency of East Kingston, as I always say, is the strongest constituency in the entire country. That is irrefutable. And I have to say, with every passing day, it is East Kingston.
I get it because you always put me in a spot. What is the best looking, the most seen?
Major,
I am just nodding my head in agreement, okay?
I know Major can come on tomorrow and make it stake his claim. But as you say, runs and the things is runs and the things. Since 1984, NDP, East Kingston been in NDP's quarters. So yeah, but I am happy to be on this morning. There's so many things to talk about. And I see your program has really been heating up. Are you there still?
Yes. I just put you full screen for now.
Okay, yeah. I see
here.
the program has been heating up, and I would very much, if you're the host, of course, you would conduct it as you see fit. But I would, if you have callers and so on, I have absolutely no problems interacting with the callers. But just by way of introduction, I just, first of all, let me commend our leader, Dr. Friday, for his presentation this morning on Hot 97. I was in the gym and I listened to it live, and I was very happy and very encouraged and quite impressed by the way he presented, the party's position, particularly on the 4 pillars of the economy and how we plan to really take this country forward. And I am very happy that our message has been taken on a level of consistency and persistence that people been asking for. So now you find that you have 1 or 2 now, they're going to say, like last week, for example, when I went on Hot 97 and spoke about the 4 pillars, somebody commented on Facebook, that sound too good to be true. You can't please some of these people. They make it nice for NDP's plans. We come, we detail and we articulate our plan. Every single one of us, with no exception. From the leader go right down. Major, Nature, Cummins, I mean, you name it, myself, everybody, Bruce, Chevron, all of us, we articulate with a level of consistency the party's position with regards to how we're going to take the country forward. And yet you still have the 1 or 2 naysayers, but that song too good to be true. When NDP get there, we go see, I wonder if when they get there, well, the fact of the matter is that the NDP is not in government. So the most we can do is present to you our message, our plan. And when we get there, when you put us there, then the proof of the pudding will be in the eating. When the NDP gets there, if we don't deliver, then there's a democratic process. But until then, the most you can go on is to take our word for what we're giving you. That's the most we can do. We articulate our plan. We tell you what our plans are. And in fact, the New Democratic Party has history.
True.
It is true that none of us who are members of parliament or caretakers or what have you was involved in the except for Brother Wiley, was involved in the previous NDP government. But the fact of the matter is that it is a party with continuity. And anytime you notice the Prime Minister and his ULP supporters, they always like to go back and talk about, when NDP was there in government, this and that. Well, since you want to blame us for what that then NDP regime did or didn't do, then you have to give us credit as well for what they did. You can't separate the two. So you can't say, well, when NDP did something good when they were in government, they say, but that was under Mitchell time. But when you try to come with something bad, you say, that is the NDP of Friday and Leakak and Bramble. It doesn't work like that. NDP is NDP. And we have our record. Our record stands. Our record is one that does not reflect a neglect of the people. Our record is one that does not reflect broken promises. And that is why when we articulate our plan now, we are asking the electorate, we are asking the people of this country to accept what we are saying, give us the opportunity to implement what we are saying. You can't just, it's like I playing cricket for Windward Islands or for St. Vincent, and I'm making century after century after century. But you're telling me I can't play for West Indies, and you ain't select me for West Indies yet.
You know,
So
sorry,
yeah,
if
go
I
ahead,
may
bud,
jump
go
in,
ahead.
you know, one of the let me put issues. I was tempted to say problem. Issues is that under this government for the past 20 years, persons have been accustomed to suffering, to substandard representation, a government that don't look out for the people. So when you come and you say to them, hey, we could be better than Lucia, we could be just as good, we have all these promises, it's difficult for them after 20 years, their mindset is like, boy, could this really happen? Because they have been taught and conditioned that you have to beg, unemployment is a normal thing, suffering is a normal thing, and everything you need to go to the embassy.
But the ULP all they do is talk and talk, boy. All they do is talk and talk, and they fail to deliver. And we're seeing this in real time right now. Look, for example, the latest debacle with the farmers and sandals. Just the other day, Camelo came, the Honorable Minister of Finance and Economic Planning came, and he said, oh, the farmers better ready up themselves. You know, sandals going to need 7,000 pounds of this, 14,000 bottles of beer, this and that and all that. And now, your Prime Minister, your daddy, is coming and telling us that don't bother with Camelo, he said, but farmers must ready up themselves, you know. The farmers and them ain't going to be allowed to deal with sandals. You have to find somebody like Reno, who's in bed with sandals, and deal with Reno, so Reno will deal with sandals on your behalf. So who are we supposed to believe? You know, they're giving us different signals, different messages, and you're in government. And this is coming from the top brass, the Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance. And to me, that is the latest demonstration of this government's ineptitude and inability to uplift our people, to bring our people to the standard where that is necessary for them to accomplish a decent standard of living, because we all know that what farmers do best is farm. They need that assistance in order to be able to do the business aspect of farming. So that is why now you have to encourage, let's say, for example, the marketing board that we talked about that we are going to revive. You know, what about the farmers cooperative? I think they had that some time ago. What happened to that? You know, even the Ministry of Agriculture, I mean, you can't be so myopic and so short-sighted to tell me that your responsibility is only to make sure that the farmers and them go out there and they plant, and when they plant, they reap, and when they reap, we know what's going to happen after that. Because first of all, they don't even have proper roads to transport the products, the produce from the farms to wherever, to distribution centers and so on. But you have to provide that mechanism to bring the farmers up to the desired level of business that would make farming profitable for them and for the country. You know, so if Camelo go and say the farmers and them could go and deal with sandals on the one hand, and then the Prime Minister come and tell you something else, it shows a lack of understanding of what is necessary for successful businesses in this country. And later on in the program, I'm going to bring some evidence to show that, you know, because, for example, since COVID, you know how many businesses closed down since COVID?
I trust it would be a lot. I don't have the figures.
At least 600. At least, and that might be a very conservative estimate, because when I checked with the NIS and I got some proxy figures, because you know not every business is registered and so on. So if you include businesses in the informal sector, it might be even twice as much. But anyway, and if you try to compare how many new businesses started up since COVID, the net business creation is negative. In other words, you had a lot more businesses closing down than opened up since COVID. And the question is, why is that happening? Because St. Vincent and the Grenadines is one of the most difficult places to start up and operate a business. And I will show you how that is so and how we came to that conclusion in a little bit. But I see it's 12 o'clock. I don't know if you want to take the break.
Yeah, I want to take a break because after that I want to go through as much as possible, because we go to 1:30 today. And I know people would want to.
Like drinking me bush, as you could see. Eh? You need to. This is Kuji root and watch. This is Kuji root.
I don't want to give off my secret, but every morning I have my brew. I
Oh,
boil
this
my
is
mixture
Kudzu
and I
root
put it
and
in the
Perry
fridge.
Pie.
So every 3 days I replenish.
And I have it nice and cold in the cooler. Just telling you, don't go buy no set of Coca-Cola and all them
No, I don't
sweet.
buy those things. I offer those things long
And
time,
this
man.
is all the people of East Kingston in particular.
I had my ginger and turmeric and garlic and
Now you're talking, man. Now you're
and
talking.
lemon and cucumber. That's why I boil up. But I gotta leave that one another side. So let me give you time 10 minutes. Wow. Another
But
10
you tell me when you'll be back. And
10
because
minutes. Yeah.
I'm in my office now, I'll probably
Right.
take
So I'll
away
keep you off stream
and
until
join
then.
you.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna for the time close the stream, so we'll rejoin after.
Okay, no problem.
All right then. Thank you very much. So we're gonna take the break and come back just about 12:15, and hopefully we'll get enough time with MP Bramble for presentations and also for you to make your contributions to the program. So we'll take the break and be back.
Barnaday Supermarket in Kingstown, serving the nation with quality service and excellent prices.